what's up everybody? Tweets here. In this video, I am going to show you how to retexture modded weapons. So I did a retexture a long time ago on how to override retexture vanilla guns. I've had some questions. It's pretty much the same thing, but I'm going to do a quick video showing you how to do it. We're also going to cover overriding modded weapons as well, for if you want to change the ammo type or whatnot. So first things first, if you're going to do anything, go in your P drive, create a folder. So I'm going to call this sample retexture for the retexture. And then inside there, we're going to put a data where we're going to, and in there, we're going to put all our PAAs of the weapons. So now, once you have your folder created, you're going to go to Steam. Make sure you are subbed to the mods, obviously, that you're retexturing from. Now, I am going to say, with any type of mods, if you're retexturing or overriding, just make sure, like on the mod workshop page, that it says it's okay for retexturing. Don't just go willy-nilly unpacking every mod on that you come across and just messing with it. It's good to have permission. It's good if the mod's retexturable, just to be safe. That's what I always go by. You're also going to need Mikero tools for this. You can get Mikero's tools. I'll provide a link to, if you don't have it, I'll provide a link to get it. And you want to download the all-in-one, the AIO. But you are going to need all these. It'll install all-in-one, so you'll get everything with it. Now, what you're going to do is go to Steam, right-click on DayZ, browse local files, workshop, go to the mod that you are overriding and retexturing. In this case, I'm using one of my own. Now, this is a private mod, so I wouldn't add it to any of your servers, but you open your PBO. So once you have if you have Mikero tools installed, you'll just double click on the PBO and it'll start doing a thing. Now I have a lot of weapons here, so sometimes it takes a while depending on how big the mod is. Once it's done, you hit NET. Then you'll see there's a folder. Inside there, you start opening it up. And then you look for what you want to retexture. So say I want to retexture, I don't know, the alligator. I'd open the alligator, go in the data, and just grab the CO, the base color. I would copy it, bring back to my P drive, put it in the data. Now I will rename it to whatever, so it doesn't match. You don't want it to match the original name, or else it's not gonna interact well. It's gonna throw it off if it has the same name. Then you just open it in GIMP, which I have videos showing how to install the PAA plugin to GIMP. So you can just open all your PAAs, edit it, add whatever texture you want. But yeah, that's pretty much all you got to do there. Once you have that all done, now we're going to get the config. So you're going to go back to that mod in the workshop, and you're going to open the config from that PBO. Now you'll see the config. So a lot of gun mods, if they're done correctly and easy to make it easier, a lot of the modders will have it kind of configured like this, so that way when you scroll down, you get the main gun here, and you'll see that it's just got a texture path and then the class name. So you're going to create a new empty one here. We close all these other tabs so that way it's a little easier. So first things first, I'm going to go to the very top, and I am going to copy from line 17 and up, bring it over to the new. Now, I'm going to delete the magazines because we're not really retouching a magazine here. And I am going to take the CFG patches class name. That's part of the original trim fade. And I'm going to add it to required add-on since this is retexturing from a mod. And then we're going to change this to whatever, like sample, whatever. You can put like retextured, blah, 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 whatever. Then, once you have that set up like this, you're going to go back to the original trim fade, go back down to where you saw this, and you're going to copy it, and you're going to paste it, and then we need to get CFG vehicles, so I forgot to, no, we have CFG weapons, because we're not doing, I forgot, it's not clothing, it's guns. Alright, so now once we have that, we're going to add the base class above. So we're just going to copy that. We're not changing the class name of the base class because we're just retexturing. But we are changing the main class name to whatever you want to change it. And then we're going to close it off. Now we're going to get the path to our new texture in our P drive. Just like that. Replace it. And get the name of it. And then once you have that, you're going to take your class name, put it up in weapons over what was there. And then that's that. And then you'll just save this. Put it in your folder. C++, config, done. There we go. Now that's how you do a retexture of a modded weapon. Now, some mods or some weapons will have multiple textures depending on the model. So you're always going to just get open and copy over the base colors, the COs. And then in the trim fade, you will look at theirs and you'll see the order. But you'll also see how it's done. So 1, 2, 3. So it depends on how many textures are with the model. So if there's 3 textures, most likely they'll have 3 hidden selections. Color 1, color 2, color 3. And for each hidden selection is 1 line to path. So that's why in this gun, there's only 1 line to texture because there's only 1 hidden selection. Now in this one, there's going to be 3 texture paths, each one to the different texture. So the first texture, then the O2, then the O3. And then that's that. But it's still the same way. So if I wanted to texture this one, I would just do the same thing that I did with that one. But instead, I would have the 3 paths to the new texture. It's the same thing, except for you're doing 3 paths instead of 1. But that's for multiple. So some weapons will have that. But other than that, that's all there is for retexturing a modded weapon. It's pretty simple. You got to make sure you always have that required add-on. And it's always going to be found on the very top of the config, the CFG patches class name of the original config from the mod. You want that for your required add-on. Now, that covers retextures. Now let's talk about overriding. So say I wanted to override the alligator itself, not retexture, but the actual alligator, because maybe it's too heavy and you don't want it firing like that's pretty much 20 millimeter, but the 14.5 by 114 millimeter, you don't maybe want to fire something like 308. So then what you're going to do is you're going to start, just get rid of this here. You are going to get the same thing that I showed you. And then instead of this, you'll put like override or something. You're going to keep the CFG patch class name to the original thing in your required add-ons. Now, if you're going to do an override, you're going to copy the class and the base class of the original mod config, just like this. And then you're only going to add what you want to change. So not even scope or nothing. So you're changing the ammo. So you're going to add that. And then you're going to close it off. So if you're just changing the ammo, we're going to close this and then close it off. Now, if the gun has a magazine, you're going to scroll all the way down to where the magazine config is. And you're going to do the same thing. CFG magazines, get the class name and base class from the original, put that below, just like this. And then you're changing the ammo and bullets. So you need the ammo and ammo types. Just like this. Close it off. And then you're going to change it to whatever. So it would be 308 win. Or whatever the vanilla. I think it's 308 win for the vanilla ammo for 308. And then you would just change it. And then you could, if you wanted to change the description, you can change the description. Just copy the description from the other, add it to the line, just above the ammo, like this, and then change it so now you can like adjust like the ammo to 308. And then you can do the same thing with the magazine. Whoop, well, I did. I did the, there we go. Now we'll do the magazine. I put the wrong one in the wrong one. There we go. So now, yeah, now the magazine. Change that to 0.308. Done. Now that will cover overriding a modded weapon. You don't have to add a new magazine or nothing because you're just overriding the original because you're not changing the class names. Now make sure you don't have this up in weapons because this is not the retexture. This is an override. So this will be a whole separate config. Other than this will be a separate one from the retexture config that we did. But you always want to make sure on any type of override or retexture that you have the required add-on of the class name from the CFG patches at the top. You just copy that and put it in your required add-ons always for any type of override or retexture. And then that's it. You just change what you want, keeping the class name and the base classes the same, and just add what you want to change, and then that is it. And then you pack it up and put it on your server, and then you'll have an override done. And then the alligator, per se, would only fire 308 and not the 20mm that it fires in the mod. But that's it. That covers overriding modded weapons, and we just covered retexturing modded weapons. Other than that, this is actually very simple stuff. So you just watch the video and you'll get it. If you have any questions, you can join my Discord, which will be linked below, as well as I will link this sample configs for both the override and the retexture. If you guys need to use it, go ahead. Just remember what I said about unpacking all these other mods. Don't do it unless it's you're given permission or the mod says it's okay to retexture. I just like to be safe that way myself when I'm working on anything. So yeah. Anyways, good luck. And like I said, this file, Discord link below, and I'll have a link to the Mikero tools in case you don't have it. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.